talk about whether or not I'm the right candidate for the governor of Nyamira. Sorry, it's not why we're here. Today we are here to think about what kind of movement we can build when the time comes. When the time comes for campaigns, and they are coming, I'll be more than happy to put myself against any politician on earth so that we can show who has a better vision for the people of Nyamira. And to me, that is the only thing that counts. Over Sahara, everything else, nothing else matters. And if that is the test, I intend to pass that one. Never failed an exam in my life, not about to pass this one. Fail this one too. You can keep that. Our movement is also a recognition that our county has failed. Our county is one of the richest counties in Kenya. Flip side of that, it's like the worst performing county. How is that even possible? How is it that people in Kijauri are buying milk that's processed in Makueni County from cows that were fed in the grounds of Nyansiongo? How is that? How does that make sense? That we have some of the smartest people in the world who are doing great things in the world, and yet our people are so poor. Talk about cows sleeping in beds, and our people having jiggers, 21st century, children walking in Nyamira County with jiggers on their feet. And you tell me that we can keep quiet, enjoy the prosperity that the Americans built as our people suffer. Think about that. Tell me that's right. Argue it's not. You and I don't have a choice. The God that Pastor Kimwena praised has blessed us. Let's not insult him. Let's not insult him by ignoring the plight of our people. I'm no preacher. Pardon me, Pastor Kimwena. I'm no preacher, but sometimes I get angry when I see that. When someone tells me, oh, you live in Brooklyn Park, what do you know about Nyamira? Heck, I know everything about Nyamira. I'm the one who's buying medication for my sister with diabetes every week because they have stolen the money that would have bought that medication. So how do I not know the pain of corruption? I do. I feel it. I pay for it. All right? It's a new dawn. We're going to say it like it is. Our movement is a simple proposition. The opportunities that are in Nyamira are undercut by two things. Poor leadership. You want to know the second one? Poor leadership. How does a building in June of 2021 fall on people in Nyamira County after we have sunk 300 million shillings into it? How do you not get angry? The person who is now fighting for his life, assuming there's a hospital for him, is going to be broken for life because some politician has to buy a second V8. That's what it is. That is what it is. He may be your brother, he may be your uncle. That is what it is. These are the people who are killing our people. Our movement is a rejection of that. And we're going to go to every length to say it, renounce it, condemn it, and yes, eradicate it. When I'm Nyamira governor, that is going to be history. Finally, our movement is an understanding or a confirmation that only we, the people, can fix this. We can do this. How do I know that? Because my teacher, Professor Kibwana, is turning a desert in Makueni into a model county, as we see, as we watch. Nyamira gets rain, as Professor said. By the way, Professor is one of my advisors in agriculture because he knows what he's talking about. Here's the problem. We have problems, we have people who can solve them, but our county government doesn't even know these professors exist. How are we going to solve soil science issues if we don't talk to Professor Ongeri in California, who is a world-renowned soil scientist, and he's from Nyamira County? And the other day I called and asked, does anybody know about this guy? They said, no, you don't know about him. You go to the Middle East. My former schoolmate is the CFO of a major airline in the Emirates. He oversees $1 billion account in the Emirates. He's from Nyamira County. Nobody knows he exists. And you tell me that is leadership? No, we have better ideas. And Bwakire Se is the vehicle for that. So am I disappointed? I am. But am I hopeful? Absolutely. So I would put it to you that this is a once in a generation opportunity for us to hit reset. We are not going to go back and tell people to bring back the products of corruption. That is the job of anti-corruption. My job and yours is to say that from January 1 of 2023, Nyamira is a different place because there's a new sheriff in town. He may be short, but he's got some guts. We are going to clean shop. All right? We're going to do it. Let's talk a little bit about how then we hope to bring this lasting change. We are simply redefining the relationship between the leaders and the led. What does that mean? We are saying, let's go back to the basics of the 2010 Constitution, where the people are supreme. Nyaboke, in the case of Nyamira, Nyaboke is supreme. Not the governor, not the senator, not the MCA, not the women rep. We have to change the dynamic that people go into office to serve rather than going into office to be served. I want to share a quote that I read in Charlotte this week from a Nyamira resident that defines what I call servant leadership. It says like this: people like Henry is what we need all over Kenya and not just Nyamira. He is selfless, and I'm convinced he will not get there to enrich himself, but work for the people. That's from Mr. Yabesh Simba, who's a Nyamira resident and a businessman in Minnesota. We want to define leadership differently so that Omo Boraka is a leader in her household. The chair of a welfare organization is a leader. A bad leader like Manpepe is a leader. Even the catechist, the elder of a church, the farmer, if you redefine leadership, then I don't feel like as governor, you have to come and call me Your Excellency and bow to me while I steal your money. We have to change that. The governor has to be the servant of the people and not the other way around. I'll mention very quickly, and you've seen them scroll, that we base our movement on a set of canons and a set of values. Ours is a campaign that has to come from somewhere. For example, canon number 1 says that every one of us can do something for someone else. Remember, I said we are so blessed that we should be blessing other people. Canon number 1 in the Bwakire Se way. I encourage you to visit our website, take a look at those canons, and that will inform you of where this is all coming from. I would like to say that I came up with those myself, but no. Our team of dedicated people, we come together, think, and say, what does Nyamira need? And we think that we need a politics that's based on values, and those values are expressed in those canons. I encourage you to look at them, even as you consider joining us. It's an important way to understand our philosophy and our thinking. I want to mention very quickly that 12 months on, we have actually made an impact in Nyamira already. People are talking about us. When we started, nobody had ever heard of Bwakire Se because it didn't exist. Now, when I call just randomly and I say to someone, Bwakire Se, they say, oh, are you one of those? Are you one of those? So people are hearing about us. But being heard of is not enough. We have to do more. So we have reached and stood leadership in the 20 wards of Nyamira County. So in every ward of Nyamira County, we have some leadership. In some cases, we actually have a full roster of leaders, down from the coordinator to ward captain, all the way to the level of Nyumba Kumi, for those who know what that is. We have changed in a little way how people approach things like Amatanga. If you see a Bwakire Se donation, for example, you would hear them say, this is the money that goes to Amachuma. We do that uniform. And the reason we do that is not because we have more money than anybody else. It's because we believe that even the people who are preparing the last resting place for the departed deserve our recognition. Because we act, most of the time we act as if they don't exist.